Greetings, friends. I'm Reverend Kira with Unity Bay Area, Houston, here in League City, Texas. And it is my delight to welcome you to the third week in our 6-week series based on Unapologetic Manifestation, a book by Ken Daigle. We began the first week with really looking at what it means to move from being magical thinkers to conscious creators. How do we set our intention? How do we become aware that we have choice in what we're creating moment by moment by moment? And as we do this, we then apply the 5 steps that he brings us to in this journey. So first week, the second week actually, we did the first step, which is to focus your mind. And to focus your mind, to move into clarity, opens up for the universe to come and support you in that which you desire to manifest. When we are in that vagueness stays in vagueness, is that we don't get the results that we're after because we have not clarified who am I and my purpose, and then how do I then see that as something that is being fulfilled in me. When I do that, I open up the universe to infinite possibilities. And that was the first step, to focus our mind, our thoughts, our feelings, all that we're up to in a way that is unified, and the universe will just move us along like a wave in the ocean, where we are fulfilling that highest purpose for ourselves and being all that we are created to be in this world. It's a beautiful thing. And now, this week, we are working on the second step in this 5-step process. This is to shift your consciousness. So once we get aligned to the truth of that which we desire, our greatest purpose, our greatest way of being, now we have to be willing to shift our consciousness in the places where we've established structures of knowing, where we have established ourselves with belief systems. So we can identify those, but now we have to be willing to shift those, to say, I'm open to new perceptions. There are an infinite number of perceptions available moment by moment. And am I willing to do the inner work, because it is an inner process for us to examine the ways in which we have operated that maybe are not in alignment with that which we say we desire. And as we do this, often called shadow work, we identify the triggers that are there in us and the ways that we have chosen to believe or express that are not that which is going to fulfill that highest good that we're desiring. So this is the time of deep inner work. This is where we go in and say, I'm willing to notice where I have blockages to my good, where I've created limitations, where I have knee-jerk reactions to things based upon something that happened long ago. And I have to do the inner work to let it go, to release and move forward and shift my way of perceiving. I also find that in this process Ken does a great job of taking us into the power of forgiveness. And we recognize that forgiveness, not only of others, but of ourselves, is key, because if we're holding any energy and keeping it in bondage to how we've perceived it and how we've justified our anger, our hurt, we then are again blocking the flow that is moving us naturally in this path of fulfilling our highest dreams, our greatest good. And we are each here to fulfill that which we've come to be here upon this earth. And when we can learn to forgive, we can let go of the patterns that have kept us in belief systems that don't serve our greater expression, then all of a sudden the universe, it feels as if there's synchronicity. Everything begins to happen for us. We start to see how the universe is conspiring for our greater good. And it's a powerful thing. So we're looking forward to sharing even more detail on this step 2 on shifting your consciousness this week at Unity Bay Area, Houston. We hope you'll join along with us in reading this material. We only touch on the surface of it on a Sunday morning. I know our spirit groups are going deeper into it, and you can there's great exercises and practices available in the book to help deepen your own experience. I hope you'll join us this Sunday at 10:30 a.m. at 1911 Highway 3 South in League City, Texas. We have the fabulous Keith Vivens joining us this week. We'll look forward to having our Change Sunday where the kids come and collect the change and they get to be the change in the world as a result. And we are looking forward to all the ways that we come together in community and we celebrate. So join us this Sunday. If you cannot join us in person, then join us online. We have a fabulous time together and look forward to all the ways that we can serve and support each other in this journey of awakening and of moving into our greatest expression for the highest good of ourselves, our loved ones, and our world. God bless you, friends. See you Sunday.